and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. Today we're talking about a series actually called Arthur's Culinary Adventures. Details about this series will be in the description below. This series is so I love it, but it's based like Arthur comes back, fantastic, comes back from the dead, and he's now living with Merlin, right, in this modern world, knows nothing, but is living with him, right? And he finds, he's still getting used to things, finds everything strange, kind of still equates things to like magic. It's like how it works, magic. And so he, lives in with Merlin in his apartment. He's wearing like a t-shirt, sweatpants, and he's like, he doesn't want to tell Merlin, but like he loves it, right? It's the most comfortable thing this man's probably ever worn. So immediately. And I love the series because it is basically Arthur exploring the world through food. I mean, we get like everyday, right? We get their everyday lives and how they go about it. And then also Arthur trying new experiences with food, right? Because he wants to try it all. And the first thing we get is, like, he never admits that. Like, the first thing we get is strawberry ice cream. Merlin had got it from him because he loves strawberries. And at first he's kind of looking at it because, like, it's pink. So he's like, are you trying to trick me? Because like, it looks like some girlish kind of, like, food. And it's like, no, right? It's strawberries. That's why it's like that. And so he explains, like, what ice cream is and how it's made. Tries it. He immediately is, like, in love with it. He's like, it's the sweet. Like, it's very sweet. And it's very, because I feel like he kind of compares it to food of how he kind of ate then, like, because again, he's a king, ate the best food, whatever, which sure, it just wasn't that great compared to now, right? And basically how he ends up really loving ice cream, and he enjoys it so much that truly, like, he really ends up kind of in a way forgetting himself because he gets really excited. And obviously then when he was Prince Arthur and King Arthur, couldn't really show, I don't want to say like show emotions, but like he couldn't really be that open, right? And so he gets a little bit embarrassed about it. And Merlin, is quick to remind him, like, they're not in the same times anymore. He's not King Arthur anymore, right? So he can laugh, cry, scream, and do whatever, really. None of that matters anymore. He can express himself as much as he wants now. And Arthur's like, I think can himself stop crying over ice cream. I mean, whatever. And immediately, he starts just eating it without, he's like immediately sucking it down. He really gets brain freeze. And Merlin has to explain to him, like, what? He's like, oh, right, I forgot to warn you about brain freeze. He's like, my brain's freezing? No. It's like, no, it's just, have to eat too fast. Like, it's fine though. The next thing he ends up trying is spaghetti and meat sauce. And it, for Arthur, this is, okay, well, at this point, the ice cream has kind of become a staple. They have it every night. Right? And Merlin's already like, Jesus, okay. And he's like, kind of regret it now because you can't have ice cream every day. And Arthur just kind of demands it. He's like, I demand the iced cream. Okay. But it's at this point where, okay, they're trying something new. Because at this point, Merlin has stuck to, like, the basics of kind of what they had in Camelot. Like chicken, right? Just, like, the only difference being it's fried, right? And, like, adding some spices, like, which he also makes a comment on. Because he's like, oh, this is way different than, what you had in Camelot. Like, this is definitely better. And he's like, and Arthur, because, he was king, so he had all the finest of pretty much everything. And it's when Merlin's like, well, yeah, but no one knew what spices were, so not really all that great compared to now, is it? But um Arthur, again, kind of feels a little like gluttonous because he enjoys the food so much and he enjoys experiencing the different ones and he wants to try all of them, right? But he feels, it's like, ooh, is that like a bit greedy? Which Merlin reassures him because I'm like, there's plenty of TV and shit like cooking shows, right? Plenty to show that people love cooking and eating just as much as like anyone else. So it's okay for Arthur to enjoy this as well. And really like the entire series in general is Arthur exploring the world through at his own pace, but also like through like different kinds of foods and being introduced to different kinds of culture. And of course, he loves spaghetti, and they go over the whole origin of it and everything, and how he wants to like introduce. He's like, "Oh, wait till you try chopsticks, right?" Because he's like twirling for it. He's like, "This is," cause he finds it kind of fun. It's like, "Oh, wait till you try chopsticks." Immediately, he's like, "So you're gonna have a problem with that?" But is Arthur is experiencing for the first time and really being able to enjoy it. There's also the fact that, I mean, this will probably be because he says it, he's like, I still want to train because he feels like he's getting a little bit soft, which Merlin, again, reassures him, like, no one's, like, there's no, like, war to lead off and go into, right? So, I mean, okay, not like that, you know what I mean, right? No, but, so no one's, like, expecting him to, because no army to lead charge of. No one's expecting him to immediately be like fighting fit, but he does promise him to like introduce him to a gym. So that'll probably be like some semblance of, good lord, can already imagine it, but like some semblance of kind of normal for him, right? Because he's always worked out then, and now it'll just be on a different level. Like, it's still the same thing, right? Still working out. It's just not like training to fight or anything. The next thing they try is Halloween candy, of course. And it's like a variety of candy, right? He explains Halloween to him first off, and he's like, oh, okay, so kids dress up, cause mischief, fun. And because I have to set out like the bowl of like the candy, so of course he's gonna explain to him, give him some candy to try. And he tries butterscotch, which ends up just kind of being his favorite throughout most of it, really. I shouldn't say the entirety of it, but most of it, right? He tries butterscotch. He tries Starburst, which he likes, and then he likes all of it. It's all candy. It's sweet. How could you not like it? And then he tries gummies, which he doesn't particularly. I mean, because it's sugar, so of course he likes it. But he finds it weird because of how like squishy it is. Then there's Dum Dums, which, he kind of makes fun of Merlin for, because, like, oh, of course you like Dum Dums. He tries, like, a cherry flavored one, and he's like, this tastes nothing like cherry. I mean, it's good, but it tastes nothing like cherry, which, yeah, is how a lot of things work. Like, wow, this tastes nothing like the flavor says. It's good, though. I don't know what this is. It's red flavored. That's what that is. It's red flavored. And let's see, then he ends up trying Swedish fish, which, already by the name, he's like, why would you want something fish flavored? And then Merlin's like, it's not actually fish flavored, idiot. You're the idiot. Immediately going back and forth. And then this is when Merlin, because like he's been saying, oh, you're gonna love chocolate. It's the best thing on earth. Immediately, right? He's hyping it up. He's like, oh, try it, right? And he gives him a kiss, right? He's like, it's called a kiss. It's like, immediately Arthur is like, this is the best thing ever. Wars could be started over this. This is like, he tries like some Snickers, Kit Kat, like he's immediately taken by chocolate. Easily the best thing for him. And of course we have the classic kind of little misunderstanding where he asked Merlin because they're setting up. He's like, "Can I have a kiss?" And you know Arthur genuinely does mean this in the way of like, right, not even like trying to tease him. That's just genuinely. And Arthur and Merlin, immediately kind of breaks for a moment. He's like, "What? Oh, right, the candy. Yeah, sure. Anyway, go set out the candy, like, and don't eat all of it." Which he might. Who knows? And Merlin can't help but like, kind of like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I just thought." Like, he's like, "Okay, let's never think about this ever again." That we, for 5 seconds, literally thought he was asking legitimately for a kiss and not the candy. The next they try is pizza, which is more of a reward for Arthur because this is where he has to go to the dentist, right? And Arthur's nervous, right? Even though he doesn't want to like admit it, it shows very easily. Even Merlin's like trying to reassure him, but he's nervous, right? Even though it's like explained to him, and like it makes sense. I mean, like no regular person even likes going to the dentist. Like, this man has to go. He's never been nothing, right? And the dentist like is Merlin, one of Merlin's friends. He's like, "Oh, he's no friend." It's like, so he explained to him that Arthur, which he says like, because coming up with the excuse of why he doesn't know what anything is. He's like, "Oh, he's very sheltered." Arthur's immediately like, "How sheltered? Like, what did you say to him? Like, how sheltered?" He's like, "I said you were kind of like raised like the Amish, so it's like you were very isolated from society." He's like, "What the?" He's like, "Why?" He's like, but like it explains everything. It makes sense because I mean he can't go around saying like, "Yes, this is King Arthur from legend. Like he's back from the dead." Like no one's gonna. That sounds insane, right? You can't really go around saying that. And so he comes in. I mean, like he's immediately like nervous anyway, right? Because he's looking at all the power tools. He's like, "Oh god," right? Which I mean, yeah, right. So David comes in. He's like, he's like reassuring. He's walking through, you know, what he's gonna be doing and how it's gonna go. Like, reassuring him, kind of like you would like a kid. And like he immediately kind of picks up on Arthur, like in how he talks, very formal, medieval, really. And he kind of picks up on it. He's like, "Oh, you talking like you would meet in medieval times?" And Merlin immediately makes a case where like, "Yeah, what?" It's just he's raised like in very isolated kind of place where they lived in a very medieval way. Arthur really catches on to. He's like, "Uh oh." He's like, don't expose yourself." But he walks him through it, walks through X-ray, then getting his teeth, and how it's gonna go. And he treats him very gently, right? And he reassures him, he's like, "Oh, I've worked plenty of times, um, dealing with scary cats like you, like it's fine," like in a joking tone, but like still like reassuring him. And Arthur wants to like he wants to say like he's not as scared, like he's not scared, but at the same time he doesn't really want to say it, so he doesn't say anything because he doesn't, because what if he that gets him to stop treating him gently, because like he is scared, he doesn't know what anything's happening, right? They got the drills, the little, I was gonna say forks, that's how that is. The hooks. And he's like, so like that's gonna be digging around his mouth, and he's like, "You know what?" And so like he doesn't say anything. And through it all, like Merlin, holds his hand because I mean, of course he does. And afterwards, after when they're said and done, of course the reward is his pizza. Where he shows him you only have to go like twice a year, so it's clearly fine. He's like, "Thank God for that," right? So he gets pizza, which he's seen plenty of times, like again on TV, what they've watched. So he's been eager to try it. And so they get half plain and then half like with like some vegetables, some meat on it. So Arthur can try like and see what it's like. After, enjoying the pizza, he basically it's like he's in a food coma. He's out. Like he's not used to it. So he's immediately put in a food coma. He's out. He's asleep. Right? He falls asleep against Merlin. And Merlin can't help himself. So he, and Arthur thinks like he isn't sure, right? Because he's at this point already knocked out, but he kind of feels it. He's like, he thinks that's a kiss planted on his head, but he's not really sure it is. Merlin couldn't help himself. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!